Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-Fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Good evening. Welcome to the Chick-fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show. Joined once again with Coach Jarrell Jernigan. Week 12, Coach. It's a new season. Congratulations on a big win last week. You make it. You work all season to get to the second season. We're in the second season, and we're 1-0 in the second season. So, congratulations. That was a great win. Beauregard favored. I know the records were the same, but um, went in there and played well on both sides of the ball. The defense I thought played well, and of course offensively we just did a ball control, kept the ball away from them for the most part. And congratulations, a big win.
Thank you.
So, of course, I know it was a secret we kept. Worked on something new for the postseason, and caught them off guard for sure. I think I had mentioned to you that I heard the Alabama High School Athletic Association broadcast on the way home, and then they had lined up to have the Beauregard play-by-play person on there, and they were talking about how well we played and how we caught them off guard. And the guys that were doing the interview, they were skeptical. How in the world did we run something that we hadn't run all year and do it well enough to win the football game? That's hats off to you and the coaching staff for getting the guys ready to play last week.
Yeah, it's something we've been working on for a couple of weeks now. We just needed something offensively. We needed something to help our defense out because our defense been playing well for probably the whole season. They had that one bad game in Andalusia, but we need to keep them off field as much as possible and try to save their legs. But so it's something we thought about, and I ended up calling my offensive coordinator from when I played high school ball, and then I got my whole offensive staff and went and met with him, and he's been coming in helping refresh my brain with it and stuff like that. So that's kind of where it come from, and we had the players to do it. Jalen Wright would be a great fit at quarterback to run that offense, so that's what we decided to go with.
So was it? I mean, I know you mentioned that in the post game interview Friday night about Coach Gilmore had come in and worked with the team and with you on that. But was it pretty much so identical to what you guys ran?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. What I ran in high school, and it's kind of bring back memories. I'm actually working with Jalen Wright at quarterback, but try not to step in too much and over step Coach Lowry and being a quarterback coach. But I know so much about it and that offense. So, but yeah, that's kind of what it's been like, and for the other coaches, been learning on the fly also.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I mean, that's just a change of pace. I mean, now everybody is going to the spread, no huddle, in the shotgun, and to go back under center and run the I formation and run as much as we did last week. Only 5 pass attempts the whole game, and 5 for 5. That's very effective. Can't get any more efficient than that. But it's really a change of pace because nobody does it much anymore. I mean, you see people in the wing tee, but you just don't see a lot of straight I formation under center anymore.
They don't. A lot of people don't do it anymore. But the biggest thing, like I said, for us is clock management. We wanted to control the clock, help our defense out because once again our defense has been playing fairly well. So we wanted to help them out a lot, and I mean that's what we achieved, and it ran it well last week for the first time showing it.
Yeah, I guess it looked like Jarrell Jernigan under center and Tyrone Parker at fullback and Cadillac at tailback and Chris Wilson coming around the end. So
yes, and speaking of that, it's a big shout out to the players for actually learning it. And being in unfamiliar territory with playing positions they never played before, like Zadabos, we moved him from wide out down to tight end. He's never played tight end before, and he took on the responsibility in blocking and learning how to scoop block and art release and all that stuff. So that's just big shout out to the all the players who actually learned that stuff, and then the ones that's going both ways, and Jabe Williams and Kevion Lamont, and Tyreek Ivory and Jonathan Butts, who really stepped up, and they've been team players about it.
yeah, I was going to bring that up. The guys that went both ways, and so how did they fare? I mean, I mean, from my observance, I mean, you had Jave and Kevion, and maybe the lineman as well, but they pretty much they played every down of the football game, didn't they?
Yeah, pretty much. In that second half, we was trying to give them some breaks, and it was very key to us that we give them some breaks. And as Coach Rivers and Coach Brown, we talked at halftime, and we needed to give them a little break, and it helped out when our pass rush. You seen the second half, the pass rush got better back there, and we got to them more that second half. So we gave them a little break in that second half and started rotating guys a little bit more, and that was a key point of the game right there.
So did their break come on offense or defense?
Offense.
Came on offense.
Yeah, we gave him a break on offense, so we get a better pass rush with Jonathan Buzz and Kevion Lamons.
I got you. I mean, I assume that, but I didn't really notice it at the time. Obviously, we saw Kevion in there. He forced a big sack fumble.
Yeah.
In the game,
and Jonathan Buzz also had a big sack also for us.
Right, and mentioning Jonathan Butts, he's a sophomore, right?
Correct.
He's really come on here as the season's roll. He's played a lot all year.
Yes.
But he's made more of an impact in my view.
His main thing is just staying healthy.
Right.
That's his main thing with us, just staying healthy. As long as he's healthy, I mean, he plays hard. He goes hard every play.
Yeah. And Jave, he ran the ball hard last week.
He did. That's another one that's going both ways. And after that game, he was all banged up. He was cramping up, everywhere. But yeah, he played a good game.
And speaking of that, how are we health wise coming out of that ball game? It seemed like everybody I'm sure they were tired, especially those guys.
Yeah, they were tired. I mean, nothing big. Good old eye football, smash mouth football. Little nicks, the dings. But hey, that's football. So for the most part, everybody good.
Well, that's good.
Don't forget about Wright neither. Not only did he play offense, we saw him on defense. We saw him on special teams. And had y'all worked on signaling in plays? Was it set up for him to come to the sideline?
Yeah,
it
was already set up that way.
He had to have been tired.
Hey, it's old school ball. I did it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you did. Now that I'm thinking back about it. Yeah. You did. So, well, he held out and did pretty good. And I hated that I think it was about a 65-yard touchdown call back on a 3rd and long play.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate because he had
a great unnecessary also.
Yeah.
But, we already dealt with that. So
right. And we're not talking about any individual players. We didn't call them out Friday night, but it was as you said, we saw what happened. It was unnecessary behind the play, and it nullified a spectacular run by Wright. I mean, he really made something happen on that play. Was it designed that way, or it was a broken play? He turned it into a big play.
Yeah, it was a broken play turned into a play. I mean, but that's why we got him back there. When things break down, I always tell him, I was like, look, the ball's in your hand for a reason. Be an athlete.
That's right.
Be an athlete. So, I mean, that's what my high school coaches told me when I was at that same position back there playing on offense. Hey, things break down. You back here for a reason. Be an athlete. Just don't do nothing to hurt us.
Right. So anyway, I mean, he had over 100 yards rushing as it was in the game, but he would have been, it would have been a spectacular 3-touchdown night with that.
Well, he also, and I want to say that he's also a smart player. I know a lot of people up there talking with like the play clock running down. When we walk in every stadium, especially now, me and him walk up and we know what a game clock call and the play clock. So when he's getting up under center, I mean, he got a clue. If he don't, last minute I help him out, call timeout, but he knows when that clock is running down.
That's right. And did a great job. I mean, and you had a lot of confidence in him in big situations. We went for it on 4th down and put the ball in the air. I remember at least one time we converted a 4th down on a pass.
Yeah, I think we threw a comeback to Zadabos. Was a great catch by him. Great ball and a great catch by Zadabos.
Right. I mean, and there was another 3rd down conversion through the air. So, I mean, 5 for 5 was very effective. And he threw the ball, a catchable ball where they could catch the ball. And good job by the receivers in concentrating and catching the ball. It's 2 parts to it. So, I mean, can't get any more efficient than that. I think it was 62 yards through the air on 5 receptions. So nothing deep, but they moved the stick. So,
and that's the main thing I kept telling them. And I think I said this a couple of weeks ago. We're not a good enough offense to be behind the sticks.
Right.
So the thing is always that keep us in front of the sticks or keep us in that 3rd and medium or that 4th and 1 or 2.
Right. Well, it was a good night. It was a good trip home, and I know that it was a short trip. It was better than the alternative, so I know it worked out all the way around. So we were happy for that, and we will come back after this commercial break and start previewing tomorrow night's game. It's a big game here at home as the Viger Wolves come to town. And we'll be back in a moment.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-Fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Hey, my name is Chris Wilkinson and I am the pastor of First Baptist Church. We would love to have you come worship with us. Our worship service is 10 o'clock every Sunday morning. You can also go to our website to learn more about our ministries. Hope to see you Sunday, and go Tigers.
Good call or bad call, officials always have the final say in sports. And at Alpha Insurance, we know it's important for you to have the final say on the insurance plan we build for you. You'll have peace of mind knowing we will work hard to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Alpha Insurance, always a good call. In Eufaula, call Alpha Agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue.
Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and the surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Cam Locker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue or call us at 334-687-4700.
When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
Spectra Care wants to remind you it's always the right time to talk with children and teens in your life about the dangers of substance and alcohol abuse. Tackle those tough conversations about underage drinking and substance use head on with the young people you care about. Talk. They hear you.
Back on the Chick-Fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show. Coach, I know you got to move on. I'm sure y'all enjoyed it for a little while. We talked to you after the game. You had to go to Montgomery the next morning. So
Yeah, we did.
That's every week?
Every week is in person meet this year, every week, every Saturday morning.
Is that the way it's always been?
Well, last year we had I think the first one was in person and the rest was Zoom until the semis.
So just curious, what is basically discussed and how long does those meetings last?
Normally lasts like an hour. They give you information about media information, ticket sales, and you get your package with your ticket sales and the cash ticket, go fan information, and all of that. Then they call it setting the bracket where each coach had to stand, say school, whoever's the home team hosting, got to say what time, location, and all that stuff. So.
Okay. Well, I guess actually physically picking up that stuff, I suppose, is worthwhile. But
it also gives you a chance to meet the opposing coach who you're playing. Yeah, you can talk if you need anything, if you need any suggestions traveling wise, stuff like that. And when you, like, for instance, Viker coming here, tell them which way to come. Even though Miss Jackson and Miss Skinner do a fabulous job of sending the map to the visiting team principal, anything you need, sideline, locker room, all stuff like that.
Yeah, I see. Well, one thing I mentioned, Borgard sent a really nice packet of information out for the visiting team. I'm sure you saw it. It got forwarded to us, and it was a lot of information. Like I said, diagram, where to park, all that information, which drive to go into and all that. So it was nice. And I guess that's some of the things that are addressed there. But so everyone that is in the playoffs that made the next round comes to that meeting, no matter where they are in the state, Mobile,
No matter
Florence,
no matter where they are, everyone's there.
Man,
or someone representing that school is there.
Okay. Okay. Well, then,
So like an athletic director, head coach, but for the most part, it's all head coaches.
I see. Yes, I mean, with this, I guess it's a good thing that we're only an hour and a half-ish or so away compared to some people that's, from Montgomery.
Or Mobile.
Yeah.
Gator, Huntsville.
Yeah, that's big deal there. So, well, anyway, I just was curious. I was interested, and I'm sure some other people probably were interested about that as well. So Viger coming in, Viger, a lot of tradition. I mean, they're good every year. They're, I guess, 10-1 coming into this game.
10-1.
They lost a close game to Baker. Which games? You normally see at least a couple of their games. Were you able to see the Baker game?
Yeah, I watched the Baker game. Pretty much we watched every game they played this year. So
okay,
we dug in the film real good. My whole coaching staff. So like you said, they're a good team, athletic team. Feel like we got to come in and play our A game. The biggest thing for us, we can't turn the ball over. We can't turn the ball over. They thrive off turnovers and short field.
Well, I noticed and I watched a little bit of Max Prep's highlights, and you can't always depend on the stats they put at the end. But one thing I noticed, it was a common thread with the 4 or 5 games of highlights I saw, was the turnovers they forced from the other team. I mean, it was like 3, 4, 5 turnovers. I think I didn't see a game that didn't have force at least 3 turnovers, and that's a really big deal if you're plus that many on turnovers.
And that's when any game you can't turn the ball over. But like say for instance, we watched the UMS Wright game. UMS Wright actually gave them a good game until about midway through the third quarter, and they drove it down to the 3-yard line, had a bad snap over their head. They scored the next play off of it. Then they had a muff punt. 2 plays later, score. So that's one of the things they thrive off of is turnovers and short field.
I saw that UMS Wright was in short shotgun formation. It kind of went to his left, and they scooped it up and ran with it. Then they didn't return for a touchdown. They had pretty good return on it. So, I was uncharacteristic. As many mistakes as UMS Wright had according to the stats. I mean,
and giving up the big play against him, like the Williamson. Williamson had really good defense. They played them well. They beat them. They beat Williamson 19-2, but they went deep on them for 2 plays, 2 touchdowns on it. They hit him with a flea flicker on the first drive, and they scored off that. So they want the big play. So we got to prevent them from getting the big play and make them drive that 10, 11 play drive if they want to score.
So that's kind of a departure from what we've seen from Viger in the past. I know Jalston Fowler, I think, was a running back several years ago when Eufaula went down. It was right after you graduated, I think. Eufaula went down and played in Pritchard Stadium. They had the big running back that went to Alabama, but they were a ground and pound type team back then. And so there's just a lot of skilled guys, spread the ball around, throw it around the park.
They spread it around. They can throw it around. They got a running back that's really good too. Number 1, he's really fast. So we can't let him get on the outside. We got to get him before he gets going. So, like I said before, your typical Viger team, they athletic all around. I mean, they got some playmakers and they can run.
What about defensively? What do they do other than force turnovers on defense? What kind of base defense are they in? What do they? I mean, I'm sure they're athletic, but they normally produce Division I talent.
Yeah, we anticipate a 4-man front. They got a sophomore defensive end, Zero. That's Alabama commit, and he's real twitchy. He kind of reminds you of a young Yunze. You can tell he's a sophomore. He can stand to put some more weight on, but he's an athletic coming off the edge, so we got to know where he's at all times. And opposite of him, they got number 5, who's he's a junior, and he's also good too. So I mean, they got an all-around team, so we just got to come to play.
You said number 0, and what was the other number?
5.
5. Okay, I was just looking at. They're 6'2", 215. That's a good size athlete for high school football. So probably projected as a linebacker at the next level, I would think.
Yeah, we just got to come. I keep saying disciplined football. Especially with the offense we're running now. They mess up one time, don't take the read key or the right assignment, then that's off to the races with us in his offense. That's why another reason why I like this offense also, because it makes the defense play assignment football.
Right.
Coach, you were talking about turnovers a second ago. hats off to y'all. Last week when that game started, I think it was our third play from scrimmage when they stripped the ball from us and then they wound up scoring. Y'all did a great job of keeping the kids' head in the game and, saying, hey, it's early, it's not over, because we sure gave them some points on that short field.
Yeah, we did. Like it was a third down because we throw the pass play out there, and he was just trying to fight for extra yards. And I basically told him, I said, hey, you just gotta know when the journey's over with. You got the first down. Just go down. There was 3 of them on you. They was trying to rip the ball out, and they did rip it out. So the big thing was, like you said, we told them, hey, it's early in the game. Just because they went and scored, we're about to get the ball right back. And we actually went down, I think, 10, 11 play drive and scored, tied the game up. So that was big for us right there because the way the season been going, I think right there, if we went and went down and scored right then, it would have been in the back of our kids' mind, like, uh-oh, this again.
Here we go again.
So that was good for us to go down and have the pores to drive all the way down and score.
Well, not only that, scored, tied the ball game, and then got the ball back, went and took the lead, held the lead till right before halftime, and then just took over the second half. I mean, was up 30-14, I think, before they scored that late touchdown.
Kept the ball almost the whole third quarter.
Absolutely.
And that was a big thing coming out of that third quarter. I think we had the ball with 7.5 minutes in the third quarter. That was big because I feel like we was leaning on them. They was getting tired because they're not used to being on the field that long. So that was a big drive for us, and also gave our defense time to get rest.
Yeah, it was just couldn't have asked. Yeah, I guess you could have asked. No turnovers. Don't give them that first touchdown. Don't let them score the last one. But I mean, it was a great game. 30-20, a good win. And so other than us having, and we had a touchdown call back as well. We did that. We only punted one time. Only one punt in that game. So that was really good. So we talked about Viger. You talked about talking to their head coach. Are they just coming up tomorrow, or what's their travel plans? Do you know?
When I talked to the coach, they actually came up this evening. I think they stayed in Dothan tonight. They stayed in Dothan tonight, so they came up early. Which I kind of figured they would come up early, and they're gonna cruise on in tomorrow evening.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, I guess I'm assuming with the playoffs, everything is pretty much still the same. I know GoFan tickets are available, but they can still buy tickets in the gate.
Everything's still the same. Clear bag policy, GoFan, and they also got a cash gate. Also, because the state make you have a cash gate at the gate. So pretty much still the same. We'll be in all red tomorrow, and we try to get everybody to wear red tomorrow. So all the players will be in red. We try to red out tomorrow. So we're asking everybody to come out, cheer us on.
No reserve seats. And what time will the gates actually open? Because we know people will get there and try to get a good seat.
Well, don't make me tell a tale, but I think it's around 6:15, 6:30 when the gates open. Same as the regular season being.
Okay. So, of course, a big hill to climb tomorrow night. I mean, that's a big challenge taking on the Viger Wolves with the history. We were talking about when we were off the air. In 36 playoff appearances, they have 70 wins. So they average a couple of wins a season typically. But I mean, every year stands alone. But they've got a lot of tradition, a lot of history there. I think they've won 4 state championships in the history of their school. Compared, a couple for us. But I was just looking at this playoff bracket. I mean, Eufaula takes care of business tomorrow night. We could actually rematch with Andalusia. There's a possibility of going back to Andalusia if we both win. So I'm sure that would be a welcome. Obviously, you'd love that because it means the Tigers got a big win tomorrow night. But it'd be great to get another shot at the Andalusia. And of course, they've got a big task taking on UMS, right?
Andalusia got a big task with Terry Curtis coming down. So
and that's just amazing. Coach Curtis was now is UMS. I guess Andalusia's traveling to UMS.
They're traveling.
Yeah, so
they'll be going down there.
So I remember the year after you graduated. I think it was a year after you graduated, or may have been the year after. I think it was the next year. We go and play UMS in the playoffs. You remember that day? And we lose 3-0. I mean, they just they kept us. I know we missed a field goal or two, but we never really got in range. I don't think we punted that game. Sort of like the state championship game your senior year, but their defense would finally stop us before we ever got to scoring range. And they got into range one time, kicked a field goal, and it was only points in the game. So
some of them you remember better than others. Somebody told me today that short pencil is better than a good memory. So some of those games you have trouble remembering, but that one we
I remember that one because it was so frustrating. I mean, I think we beat them 28-7 or 28-14 your senior year in the semifinals.
Yeah, 28-7.
Yeah, and but we big played them. I mean, you broke a long. I think maybe you returned a punt or you broke a long run for a touchdown. Sharon had a long touchdown. Cadillac had a long touchdown. I don't remember what the other one was, but we didn't have that big playability the next year. It was not like we had in your senior year, and they kept us out of the end zone. It was a disappointing game, but anyway, that's when I really learned who Terry Curtis was that year there because he took really inferior talent that year and was able to squeak out a victory. And the fact that they have got 13 straight or 14 straight first round victories. Did they make the play? I think they made the playoffs. Let me see what their record is. They're 5-6 now, so they made the playoffs at 4-6. So I've seen that a lot of times where they barely make the playoffs and they go 2 or 3 rounds deep. So that's what the Tigers this year are working on doing. So
yes, sir.
Yeah. So anyway, anything else we need to know about tomorrow night's game before other than just everybody turn out and support the Tigers, wear red?
Yeah, Brad, we're it. Pretty much that's it. And, come on, cheers on, be loud, especially on third downs for our defense.
Oh, one more question I've got before then, and I have not researched. I guess it's online somewhere. But Viger's head coach, how many years has he been at Viger? Do you know? And
I don't know. He just got back. He had left. He haven't been there the whole time.
Okay.
So I know all I know is John McKenzie. He had left. This is his first year back.
Okay.
So he's come from Paul Brown out of Tuscaloosa.
Okay. Well, it's kind of interesting down there. I mean, years ago, if you go back to the 90s, I mean, I remember Electron Williams played at Auburn back in the late 80s, early 90s. He was a running back at Viger. Viger's had a good program as long as I can remember, but they were a 6A school many years ago, and I think they went all the way down to 4A at one point. Did they not?
That's when he was the head coach when they won this last time at 4A.
Okay.
He was the head coach.
But they kind of flip flopped. Blunt was a smaller school. Viger was a bigger school, and then they kind of flip flopped. And Blunt is a 6A school now, are they not? I think, yeah. So anyway, but they're both. I guess 8 Mile is where Blunt is. Viger is actually in Pritchard. Correct. Mm-hmm. All right. I was just curious, and as I was watching some of this film, also Viger has their own on-campus stadium now.
They all do down there now. It's all turf.
All of them are on turf.
Yeah. Every school down there.
Interesting. Okay. Well, good deal. Well, Coach, we look forward to cheering the Tigers on to a victory tomorrow night, and we look forward to sitting right here this time next Thursday night.
Yes, sir.
So we wish you the best, and we'll be calling tomorrow night, 6:30 pregame show, 7 o'clock kickoff from Tiger Stadium. The Viger Wolves coming in to take on the Eufaula High School Tigers. For Doug Applin and Jarrell Jurgen, I'm Keith Bryan. Wishing a good night. We'll be with you tomorrow night, 6:30. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.